5 urgent updates that you need to know before making the big move. Navarre is a beautiful place, but it's essential to be well informed. So let's dive right into these important updates. First, there's hurricane preparedness. Navarre is a hurricane-prone area. During hurricane season, which is June through November, make sure that you have a solid hurricane preparedness plan, evacuation routes, and supplies that you're going to need. Make sure that you stay informed about the hurricane season and local emergency services. We're always going to know way in advance when there is a storm brewing out. Pay attention to the updates that we are getting from the meteorologist, whoever's talking about the weather on the news. Pay attention to where the storm is heading. If it is heading towards Navarre or general vicinity, if you do choose to evacuate, make sure that you do what you can to protect your home while you're not going to be there, such as furniture, potted plants, string lights. Make sure that you remove those and bring them inside so they're not flying around all over the place. If you decide to stay home, make sure you have enough supplies to last you, I'd say, at least a week. If you lose power or access to water, make sure that you have enough supplies in your home, everyone in your family or whoever's there with you and your pets. You want to make sure you have your non-perishable first aid kits, water, flashlights, batteries, candles, generator for your home. But if you would like a more detailed list on the items that you should have to prepare for a storm, feel free to reach out to us and we will gladly provide that for you. Second is the real estate market. The real estate market in Navarre is dynamic. Home prices have been rising, so it's crucial to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent to help find you the right property. If you're out of state but you are in need to start the home buying process, we do offer virtual tours. We can look at homes on your behalf, live tour, video app, FaceTime, Zoom, or WhatsApp will go into a property and record a thorough tour for you, just so you have eyes on the property through video and you can watch back at any time at your convenience. So we just make sure that we record that for you and get it out to you as quickly as possible and answer any other questions that you may have about the property before either making a decision to put in an offer or just go ahead and rule it out and decide that it's not the right one for you. You also want to make sure that you have someone, a knowledgeable real estate agent, that will let you know if the home is overpriced or if it's just a steal and you just absolutely cannot beat the price in the current market. That's when you definitely want to make a decision quickly on if you want to move forward or entertain seeing the property and put in an offer. There's always a possibility where you're going to be competing with other buyers. So if you're in a multiple offer situation, very important to have a real estate agent on your side to help you make the best decision as to what to put on your offer to make it competitive and hopefully get you the best deal. We also have access to off-market properties. So if you are just not in the mood to deal with fighting another buyer to get the property that you want, we can help you find something that's not quite on market. That way you can just make a deal off to the side, not worry about duking it out with another buyer, and hopefully you'll be able to come to terms with the seller to where they're not gonna still want to put their home on the market to see what else they can get. So hopefully we can work something out off market and everybody's happy. We also keep an eye on properties that are back on the market. So there's a lot of people that had interest in a home that was no longer available because it went under contract with another buyer. However, we still watch to make sure that that property actually does go to closing, because if it doesn't, it's going to be put back on the market, and we'll definitely be able to notify you right away and let you know that you have another shot at it. And we also have access to coming soon listings, to where agents will put their properties in the MLS and let us know that this property is about to hit the market. So if we see something that matches what you're looking for, we can have the opportunity to bring it to your attention before that property actually goes live on the market. So again, it's very important that you work with a real estate agent that can help you find the property that you want in a reasonable amount of time and get you the best possible deal. Third thing I want to talk about is traffic and commute. Navarre's popularity has led to increased traffic. So you just want to understand the daily commute if you work outside of Navarre, and you can even explore alternative routes to avoid delays. However, that really just depends on where you're trying to go to even find alternative routes, because Navarre Parkway, also known as Highway 98, is your lifeline through Navarre if you are heading east or west. However, if you are trying to get to Highway 87, you want to head north, or if you're coming south down towards Navarre Parkway or Highway 98, there are some streets that you will be able to cut through should there be a delay on either I-87 or Highway 98, such as a traffic accident or construction. You could possibly find other alternative routes through the neighborhoods. I'm sure the residents there would not like that too much, but if you're familiar with the area, or just use your GPS to help guide you around those delays, especially if you're running late for work or if you have an appointment somewhere, you still want to make sure that you can find another way to be able to get there on time. There are also a lot of military families that live in Navarre, so of course they are trying to commute east, getting to Hurlburt Field or even Eglin Air Force Base. So there are a lot of military members that are contributing to the traffic during certain times of day, as well as all those other people that work their typical 8 to 5 and need to get to where they're going all at the same time. And then you have the school zones as well, so that may slow things down in the mornings and the afternoons. So just make sure you plan accordingly to get around that. Now, Navarre Beach is a highly desired area to visit. So during peak season, spring break through summertime, there's going to be a lot of tourists in the the area, that's going to add to the traffic, especially when you get towards the center of Navarre, kind of where Highway 87 meets Navarre Parkway. Definitely gets a little congested there because that's where you get to the bridge to get over to Navarre Beach. So that little area right there can take time to get through during certain parts of the day, especially again in peak season, because there's not only your locals, but there's the tourists and visitors that are trying to get through and trying to get to the same places that the locals are trying to get to. So if you are looking for a home in Navarre, but you do plan on working outside of Navarre, just make sure that you have an idea the travel time that you're going to have to be committed to if you find a home that you love, and just make sure you check the GPS, the distance on Google Maps to see how long it would take you to get to work and if you're comfortable with that. Some people live in areas where they are used to traveling an hour to get to work, while some people travel 10 to 15 minutes and don't want to go any more than that. So it just depends on what you're able to tolerate and what you have the patience for as far as the commute to work or to wherever you need to go on a regular basis. I know there's a lot of parents that want to stay within walking distance from their children's school just to avoid school buses or having to drive themselves to get their kids to school. So if the distance to one of the local schools matters to you, make sure you do the research too to see where that home of interest is in proximity to the local schools. Which leads me to the fourth thing I want to talk about is schools and education. So if you have children, make sure you research the local school options. Navarre does have several schools, but it's essential to find one that aligns with your children's educational needs. I can't personally tell you which schools to go for. It's very important that you go online and check for school ratings and reviews. You can even get on social media and connect with other local parents who have children that attend certain schools that you're looking into, and just get their insight on, what they think about the school, how they feel like their children's benefiting from the education that they're receiving. Just keep in mind that everyone has their own opinion, and some people's opinions might not be relevant to you, but it's still great to hear, again, what other parents have to say about the school that you're interested in enrolling your child into. So it's always good to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, if you're not happy with the school system in the Navarre area, but you still want to live in Navarre, it is possible for you to enroll your child in a school outside the area, but of course you are going to be responsible for the commute. You won't be able to rely on buses most of the time. Just make sure you check the details on that too if you do want to enroll your child in an outside area, and make sure that see if you are still responsible for transportation or if there still will be transportation provided for your child to get to that school. The fifth thing I want to talk about is the community and the amenities. Navarre offers a fantastic coastal lifestyle. So research the community amenities like parks and beaches and local events. Also check for essential services such as healthcare facilities and shopping centers in the area. I do have a lot of out-of-town buyers that ask me what type of grocery stores do they have here, because I understand there's stores off on the West Coast or up north that I've never even heard of. They're asking if we have them down here, and we don't, but of course we're huge fans of our public supermarkets, and of course we have Walmarts too, and there's Winn-Dixie's here in the area. So you still have access to some great grocery stores. Aldi's is another one that's kind of taken over the area as well. And there are restaurants to choose from too, all different kinds, such as Mexican restaurants, Italian, there's pizza places, there's your fast food places as well. There's local seafood restaurants and bars. So you will be able to find something that's going to satisfy your taste buds when needed. If you love the water, you're definitely going to be living the dream, living in the Navarre area, because the beach out there is amazing. I mean, Navarre Beach is known as the most relaxing beach here in Florida. So just get ready to enjoy the beautiful views of the emerald green waters and that beautiful soft white sand that your feet will just sink into, and just enjoy a lot of water activities such as paddleboarding or kayaking. There's jet ski rentals if you want to go out and have some fun without actually buying your own equipment. And there's charters too. There's fishing charters and sunset dolphin cruises. There's the fishing pier too in Navarre Beach. So if you just want to go for a walk out over the water and just enjoy the beautiful views and watch the stingrays and the dolphins, the occasional shark, you'll definitely have a great view from the fishing pier. Keep in mind that purchasing a condo in Navarre Beach can be an option for you as well. Again, that depends on what you're looking for and what your price range is, because those beachfront condos can be a little bit up there when it comes to the prices. But again, that just depends on what you're looking for. So as a real estate agent with deep understanding of Navarre's real estate market, my mission is to make your transition to Navarre as smooth as possible. So here's how I can assist you. One, there's personal consultations. I'll start by getting to know your unique needs. Are you looking for beachfront property or a cozy suburban home? By understanding your preferences, I can tailor my guidance to help find you the perfect home. Second is the market insight. The real estate market in Navarre can change rapidly, so I'll keep you updated on the latest market trends and ensure that you make informed decisions about when and what to buy. Because buying a home is a very big purchase. It's not like one of those great BOGO deals at the supermarket or swimwear that's on sale or on clearance at Target. This is way beyond that. So it's a lot of money that we're dealing with here, so we definitely want to make sure that you put it to the appropriate use and find something that you absolutely love and don't feel like you're just settling for. And we just make sure that we find what you are looking for within your preferred time frame. And we also let you know when there is a new listing. You might be concerned about the price, so we can run some comps for you to let you know if we feel like that home is overpriced or if it's an amazing price and it's a steal and you should definitely go for it. We'll definitely just guide you in whichever direction we feel like you should go, but at the end of the day, the decision is always yours. We're just here to guide you. Just remember that if you feel like a home that is newly listed is the one, we just need to act fast. We need to go do a showing. If you're not here, we'll go see that home for you, quickly discuss whether or not you want to put in an offer and go forward from there. Because all of that can happen very fast. You definitely don't want to miss the opportunity on finding the home that was just right for you, which leads me to number 3 is negotiation expertise. So once we find you the right home, I'll use my negotiation skills to secure the best deal for you. I'm committed to getting you the most value for your investment. Again, this is a very large purchase, so we want to make sure that you spend the money wisely. And if it's an investment property, we want to make sure that the investment actually makes sense, that the numbers line up, your return looks good, that you'll actually be profiting and not end up in the hole later on. So once you are ready to put in an offer, we definitely want to see if you are competing with other buyers at that time to make sure that we can make your offer look the best that we possibly can within your comfort range and make it look ideal for the sellers as well. And just make sure that it's really competitive and hopefully beat out the other buyers. So when you submit your offer and the seller counter offers, that's still a good thing because they didn't say no. They are still actually willing to entertain your initial offer. There's just something on there that they're wanting to change. So if you do receive a counter offer, that's still amazing. We'll just look at it, I'll present it to you, and we'll go over it to see what they're wanting and see if you're comfortable with the changes that they're wanting to make. And you're not, we can still try again and tweak whatever we need to tweak to see if we can make everybody happy between buyers and sellers. But if not, things can't work out after a couple of counter offers and you're just not comfortable with moving forward, then it's your call if you want to cease negotiations and move forward. However, we do fight strongly for you. So if you want to keep on going, we will fight to the end until we get you that executed contract. 4 is what everybody wants to hear and wants to experience. It's a smooth transaction. So from paperwork to inspections to closing, I'll handle the nitty-gritty details so you don't have to. My goal is to help make your move to Navarre as smooth and stress-free as possible. That way you will be able to have an amazing experience when buying a home. So remember, Navarre has so much to offer, so staying informed about these updates will help make the process more smoother and enjoyable. If you have any questions or need assistance with your move to Navarre, feel free to reach out to us for professional guidance. Just give us a call, text, or email, and we'll be happy to get you started. I'm Stephanie Bueno with the Whittemore Group at LPT Realty. Talk to you guys soon.